Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yeah, today is the 18th of June 2021 and the time now is 6:15 a.m. Well, today our topic is quality and price of product or services is not always correlated. What are the products or services that we can actually spend a little bit more to obtain greater satisfaction and vice versa? What are the guidelines to spend smarter? So before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, so here we go. Yeah. Okay, firstly, because for this topic we can uh we can talk about satisfaction and then quality. So for this one I have actually three combinations because yeah, we can discuss, right?
Mm,
And then the first combination is more we pay more for higher quality, and then in turn of course we get higher satisfaction. And then second one is we pay less but for higher quality, and then at the same time higher satisfaction. And number three is we pay less but actually for also lower quality, and then but that is also higher satisfaction.
mm,
Yeah, so yeah, I go to the first one first. So is we pay more for higher quality and then higher satisfaction. For this one, I think the thing that I can think of, it seems like this one is from our uh, uh, previous conversation for this same topic, and then is said by you. If I didn't get it wrong, is to tips our service provider or our seller.
mm,
Yeah, to tip them. And then for this one, I think yeah, of course we can have some situation which we tips our seller or the service provider. But to me, I think it is easier to do it, and also more maybe more a longer term benefit we can get if we tips the seller or service provider, which is somebody who will have the uh, the long-term business relationship with us. Let's
mm,
say if uh, in our residence area, let's say if your house uh, is in a place which there is the security guard. Maybe you live in an apartment, or you live in the area which have a guard. And then if you try to be friend with the guard, or maybe uh, tips them some not necessary money, it is quite strange, but you can tips them some food or
mm,
gift during some festival or what. And then firstly they will remember you, and then secondly if they know you, and then you will have better uh, call a better uh, um, how to
mm.
say you get more from this service. Yeah, let's say if the
Greater
guard know
security.
yeah, and that is maybe for or maybe it's just done by you, and then many people can benefit from that. But I think it's more specifically to the person, to we ourselves. uh,
Mm,
let's say if you make friends with that guard, and then uh, and also if you are friends, maybe they will ask you where do you live, which floor, which number,
mm,
and then they know more about that. So if anything
mm,
happen, yeah, at least he don't have to ask so much, and he is clearer about uh,
Mm.
your things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also for some cases, I saw some security guard, they have to open the gate for uh, every car. Like my
Yeah.
house,
Mm.
we don't have the card to scan, but it is we need to wait for the security guard, the officer, to open the gate for us, and then what they do is to remember our car model
Mm.
and car number plate.
Mm.
And sometimes when I drive another car, maybe it's a customer's car or my girlfriend's car, and then when the guard saw my face, and then they will also recognize me and let
Mm.
me in. Yeah, so
Yeah.
these are some convenience and also better uh, quality of service we can get.
Mm.
Yeah, and then if you just make friends with them, I think the cost you pay is very little. Maybe you just need some time. Yep. And then this is one of the example. And then um yeah, also if you oh, okay, this is another one. This is to find the intermediaries. Yeah, still under the categories of pay more for higher quality.
Mm.
For this one, in Malaysia, uh, we have an occupation which is called the runner.
Mm.
Yeah, this runner can help us to go to different department, especially those government department. Uh, for example, if you want to uh, renew your road tax or renew your driving license, and then we can call for a runner, and then they can do it for us, and then of course, we have to pay the runner fees. But to me, I think they can do it really quick, and then many of them they can send it to you, yeah, after they have done the service. So it means that you don't have to go to that particular place to queue up for maybe a few hours or half a day, and then they do it for you, and then they send it to you. So this is something that I think we can consider if we are really busy to go to those places.
Mm.
Yeah, and also sometimes we have some difficult case cases which maybe it is hard to settle, and then these runners, because they have uh, also the relationship with uh, the person in the department, so maybe they know how to do, or maybe they can do something like I don't know what is the detail. Maybe uh, to 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 give some money to the department, and then something like to 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 bribe. I mean 贿赂.
Mm.
Yeah, and then to get some uh, easy way to do with your case. Yeah, so these are really something that I think it is worth considering.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is pay more for higher quality, and then of course we feel uh, worth it, and then satisfied. Uh, and then I go to my second category, which is to pay less for higher quality. Yeah, for this one, I think firstly, I think of to rent something instead of to buy. Yeah, for this one, we can rent something and we don't have to pay a lot. And at the same time, we actually get the same quality or even better quality.
Mm.
Yeah, and then the things that I can think of is the wedding dress and the suit, yeah, which is the dress for the bride, the suit for the groom. Um, for here we can rent it instead of to buy it, and then yeah, if we have a budget, let's say 500, and then for 500, I think you can only buy some uh very usual uh
mm,
wedding dress. But if you rent it with 500, maybe you can rent it with a more beautiful one, a
mm,
more a classy one, and then uh, so that it is. And but the thing is that some people they have other consideration. Let's say they think this is something memorable, so maybe they want to keep the wedding dress or suit at home.
mm,
Yeah, for those people, maybe this is not a good options to them. But it depends. If you don't have these uh, considerations, why not you rent instead of to buy? Yeah,
mm,
because um, you maybe you will have to use it for more than once. Let's say you need to celebrate anniversary, but it is not that we didn't wear it so often, maybe just once
mm,
a year, and you cannot ensure that you can still fit in your wedding dress after 1 or 5 years or maybe longer. Yeah.
mm. Yeah. I suddenly remember one funny story.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure whether it is the real story or it is a fake one. Okay.
Okay.
And the story is like this.
Mm,
If you don't have money to rent a wedding suit
yeah.
and the wedding dress
Mm,
to take photos, and you actually can hire the photographer, and then they can help you
okay.
to edit. They use the Photoshop, and then
Oh.
you just need to give them um your your photo.
Mm,
Yeah, you just need to give them your photo, and then they help you edit your face.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
and then to the picture, and then the replace the replace your face, replace your
mm,
face and then fix your face into the photo so that you can get a wedding photo.
mm.
Mm,
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think if the service provider they are really talented, skillful, and I think yeah, maybe they can really do this kind of thing.
mm,
Yep. And maybe put you into different uh, location you want. Maybe you want to go to some beautiful places,
mm,
maybe go to some countries in the Western countries, or
mm,
maybe at the top hill if you want.
yeah.
Mm. Yep. Yeah. So for here, I think it depends on what you want, which later on I will uh, conclude these considerations into the last part of this question, the guidelines to spend smarter. So I continue first, and then yeah, for rent, also uh, to rent the wedding dress or suit, and also we can consider to rent a house. Yeah, if you want to live in a big house, but just want to enjoy or experience and to rent it, and then you can also move anytime. Yeah, comparing to buy a house. Yep. So this one is also better quality and pay less. And then the last category is to pay less for uh, lower quality, and then but we have greater satisfaction. For
Mm,
this one is to buy second-hand things. Yeah, let's say if you uh, uh, choose to buy a second-hand car instead of to buy a new one, then actually we pay less. maybe of course low quality, but actually we can feel uh, more satisfied sometime. Yeah, let's say a new car which costs 50K, sorry, yeah, 50K. And then if a second-hand car which is only I mean it is second-hand, but it is only used 1 year by the owner. Yeah,
Mm,
so the price could difference a lot. Maybe the second-hand price could be 40K or even less than that. Yeah, so for that case, you can get the same type of car, uh,
mm,
but just a little bit older, and then but we pay less, and then of course because we pay less, we feel happier.
mm,
Yeah, so this is the second hand, and then actually we have recently I know I deal with a case which the my client actually bought a new car, and then she told me that is a new car, but after that I find that that is technically that is not a new car. The car is called pre-owned
mm.
car, and then actually um I tried to check it from Google, and then it's uh and
Second-hand car.
yeah, that is another beautiful name for a
Mm,
second-hand car. But it is a little bit different. It is like uh, because our car dealership, they will have to display. They will have to have they will have to have a display car, so that they can show it to customers. Maybe customers can go and test drive. Um, so we can actually ask to buy those displays car if the dealership want to sell.
mm,
Yeah, so uh for this one I think it is uh, it could be newer than second-hand car, because
mm,
second-hand car sometimes the owner drive for more than 1 year, maybe after a few years, and then they buy, they sell maybe 3 or 5 years. So for display car, they wouldn't use it for long because they will have newer model after that.
mm,
So they also have to keep the speedometer. There is a figure there, right? Let's say how
mm,
many kilometer the car have been driven to, and then so they have to keep that figure not to go too high, so that they can sell it with the name of pre-owned. Yeah. So so this is another choice other than second-hand car, and then yeah, I also found that not only for car, some other things, let's say the furniture or some uh, appliances, um, we can also ask to buy for the display one. Yeah, let's say
mm,
if you want to buy some furnitures, if you also don't care about a little bit lower quality, you can actually try to ask the seller whether they want to sell you the display model. And of course, you will get a cheaper price and for the same product you want to buy.
mm,
Yep. And then yeah, uh, the next choice under same category, pay less, lower quality, is to buy some defective product. And this one I think I I also talked it in my previous conversation. I'm not very I didn't I'm not very clear about that. Um, okay, so today I say it again. This is the defective product. Yeah. For this one, I bought a table, which is a desk uh, for my for my room. I use it for work. And then the original price I forgot. I think is more than 500. It seems like yeah, more than 500. And then because there is a defect at the back of the desk, which is some scratches. And then the price for this desk become if I didn't get it wrong is something like 299.
Oh.
Yeah, so is almost cut half. Yeah, so yeah, I decided to buy it because I find that the scratches is at the back, and then I can actually use it to I put the table just beside the wall, against the wall, so nobody will see the scratches, and if they did, and I don't care. Yeah,
Mm.
so I think this is a good buy to me.
Mm.
Yep. So these are my sharings, and for the last part of the question, what are the guidelines to spend smarter? I think for this one, firstly, we need to know what we want, and then
Mm.
what are our purchase considerations. Yeah, for example, just now, if for the wedding dress, if you need to keep it, then you better buy it. Yeah, if
Mm.
let's say if you want to buy a car, you just want to uh let's say you use it for business, and then you need a more decent car, a more expensive car to show your status. And then you can actually to buy the display car if you just need that car, and then don't care about a little bit lower quality. Yeah,
Mm.
and because you can use a new car number plate, and nobody will know you buy that car. And
Mm.
also you can also buy second-hand car, and you use a new car number plate, and also no one will know that is a second-hand car. Yep, so
Mm.
it really depends on your consideration. Yep, so these are my sharings today.
Mm. And just want to talk about the second-hand ones. I remember a few years ago when I was studying secondary school,
Yeah.
one of my classmates, they also she also promote us, but they want to buy a second-hand phone, which is they call what is it called? I certainly, yeah. Okay, the name is furnished. Mm,
Oh,
furnished
okay.
model. Yeah. So it's something like it's same as uh yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's same as the something you mentioned just now, the displays.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
because they need to send the car back for uh, the checking, and then make sure that it is in a good condition after they can sell. So
Mm.
for the phone you mentioned just now, also similar to
Yes.
that, right?
Mm. Yeah. And one more thing can add in about the lower price and same quality, which
Mm,
is you can choose the season of buying, which is, for example, let's say the furniture. Uh, if you buy in the first half year, the
mm,
price could be higher. If you buy in the second half year, near to like November, December,
yeah.
it can it could be cheaper because the manufacturer want to clean their stock.
Mm,
Mm.
yep.
This is about the season. And then, is there any example? Yeah. Yes. For example, you go you go to watch movie.
Mm,
You can choose to watch in morning rather than watch in night. So the
mm,
price is cheaper. And
yeah.
also some cinema they offer like the early bird promotion. So the price is very cheap, less
Yeah.
than 10 ringgit a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this cinema is actually also could be lower price but higher quality. Yeah, not same quality but high quality. And because I uh I have a chance go to the top 10, which is the new shopping mall
Mm.
in uh in the Desert Brow or something. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
location I forget already. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a new cinema there in the shopping mall, and then he he spent a lot of time and spent a lot of money to build the shopping mall.
Mm.
And then the cinema is kind of high grade one, and then he offer a higher class service. Mm. So he actually the shopping mall is actually next to the old shopping mall, also which also have the cinema.
Mm.
Mm. But the cinema is the old ones. Mm. Have already operate few years. Mm.
Mm.
And then the new one, he also like add in the new cinema in the new shopping mall. He also add in some new seat, some new experience. For example, one one kind of the seat is you actually can hear you actually can hear the voice from the seat.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm. And another one is the seat is bigger and the
Mm.
sofa is softer, so
Mm.
it will be more relaxed, and then you can adjust the seat.
Mm.
You can lie down. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then compared to the normal seat, yeah, it is higher grade and it is more comfortable. And how about the price? The price is almost the same.
Mm.
If I'm not wrong, the price is the same. Yeah, yeah, because it is morning, and then they can't they can't they can't get a lot of customer in morning season. So
Yeah.
they offer the same price. They offer the same price, and then those seats also enjoy uh also also in also included in the early bird promotion. So you can use less than 10 ringgit to 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 get the service. Mm.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. For my sharing, and one of it is just now you have already mentioned is about the service and it
Mm.
involve human interactions, and then you can give some tips. You can actively pay a little bit higher so that you can, yeah, because it's human, and then if you pay them higher, they will feel touched, and then they will work harder for you.
Mm.
Mm, yeah.
Yep.
Because if you buy a standardized product, even though you pay a higher price, the standardized products already have been standardized. They can't improve. They can't be improved anymore. But if this is unstandardized products, maybe it's customized, maybe it is like the service, maybe it is let's say the maybe a haircut,
Mm.
maybe like the massage, or maybe like
Yeah.
other service involve human interactions. And if you pay them higher, they may provide you a high quality of service. Mm,
Mm. Yep.
and they'll also be more friendly. Mm,
Mm. Yes.
yeah, but there is a key here, which is you pay before you get. You
Mm.
pay before you enjoy the service. Otherwise, the people who serve you have no chance. Yeah, have no chance to serve you better.
Yeah. They
Uh,
can just
but
say thank you.
mm, yeah. Uh, but but if it's uh, but if it's not the one-time service, and then you go you, you'll go to get the service in futures, and maybe it also still can be worked because the person can remember you, just like what you say just now. The example is about the security guard. They'll remember you, and then next time they'll work better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the first one. And second is actually come from ourselves. So just on the example, the service and you pay higher and involve interaction is something like this is the external ones. What is external ones? You spend a little bit and then you want 10 more. And then you want to obtain more, but it depends on other people. Can it be the case that you pay them a higher price, but they still work the same? It could be the reason. It could be the case. And then this is the external one. And then the second I want to say is about the internal ones. What's the internal one? And we need to introduce one concept, which is the marginal cost. Marginal cost. We have something like the diminishing of marginal cost. A non-marginal cost is marginal returns.
Okay.
Diminishing of marginal returns. So let's say the easiest example is you eat an ice cream, and then in a summer day, in a very hot day in the summer, you eat an ice cream, and then you feel bad. You feel better. You feel better. And then, but if you are requested to eat another one, to eat additional ones, and maybe you still feel better. And if I keep ask you to eat, I keep want you to eat one more, and then at the end, there is a point that you don't want to eat anymore.
Yeah.
And at that point, that means if you eat additional ones, you actually the returns to you is actually reduced. So that means the benefit you get is actually reduced. It become a negative one. It become a cost to you. Maybe you're already full.
Yeah.
Maybe you just don't want the ice cream anymore because you eat too much. Your stomach feel bad. Feel uncomfortable. Yeah. So how to apply these marginal returns into our real life, which is we can kind of apply one strategy, which is we can experience something new. We don't experience the same thing. We don't always experience the same thing. We don't always buy the same thing. For example, if you let's say the same example, you go to a haircut or maybe you go to a massage. You can choose different person to serve you. You can choose different person to serve you. So you can gain the freshness. So that means you are not choosing the same person to serve you. But because this involve human interactions, and then the quality of service is it could be different. The quality of service, it could be very, very different. So we don't apply this. We normally don't apply this in the service. We can apply in the product. For example, food. You go to restaurants, you can choose to eat the same food all day. You can choose to eat the same food, but you also can choose to eat a different food. Try something new.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost you a lot, and then you can try something new, so you gain a freshness, and then the returns to you is something like there could be a higher marginal returns, but also there could be there could be a lesser marginal returns to you because maybe the food is not tasty.
Yeah.
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 But if you had tried something new, and then if you try something better, better, and then the freshness to you, and then you're glad you try something new, and then the marginal returns should be high.
Yeah.
And also, this is not only about the product. Yeah, change the product, and then try something new, and then it also could be experience something new. For example, back to just an example, you can when you want to watch a movie, you can choose a higher class of theater seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also could be like try something new. Maybe you pay a higher price, but you try something new.
Yeah.
The experience to you could be different. And then, for example, you can also go to the KTV. You can go. If you are not, if you are a person that didn't go KTV often, you can also go KTV. And then it could be a new experience to you. And also, for example, also try new food, try a new restaurant. And also, one of the example is about the wine. And previously, I don't drink wine, and nowadays I also don't drink wine. I I don't often drink wine.
Yeah.
But I have a chance to buy a wine, which is the price of the wine is very cheap. Okay, because the shopping mall is going to close. And then they have to clear all the stock.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of products. And then I saw the wine is really cheap. And I'm not sure how about the quality. But after I bought, and then after I taste the wine, yeah, the quality is good, at least to me. And then it is a new experience. It
Yeah.
is a new product that I tried. Yeah, it also can give you a greater satisfaction.
Yep.
So we talk about the external ones, and also we talk about the internal one. We also can talk about something we can prepare, about the preparation, which is you can do research before buying.
Yeah.
And then after you've done research, if you can get a better product, or maybe you can use a cheaper price to buy the same quantity of product. So this is two perspectives. The first is you can save money, you can buy the same product. And second is the higher product quality you bought with the same price. Yeah. So either one, or maybe there's a third one, which is after you've done the research, but you found that the product you initially choose is the best one, is the cheapest one. Yeah, but it also will provide you the same sense, which is a sense of accomplishment. What is a sense of accomplishment? Which is you buy the cheaper product, you buy a higher quality of product, because even though you didn't find a cheaper product, or you didn't find a higher quality of product with the same price, but you already confirm the product you choose is the best one, at least to you. Yeah. So from one perspective, which is it eliminates all the worry, yeah, and all the like something like the negative feeling. Because when some people sometimes I also like this, after I bought the product, and then yeah, even though I bought product, I already paid maybe I already get the product, and I will try to search what is the price of this product in other platform. If I get a cheaper price, and then I will feel bad.
Yeah.
If I find out the price is actually higher, maybe I will feel better. I will feel good, but the feeling the good feeling is not that strong
Yeah.
compared to I found the product which sell cheaper price. Yeah, so this is one perspective, which is it can eliminate these ones, and maybe after that you still get you still found in other platform the price is cheaper, but at least you have done your research.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you have done your research. And then this is from one perspective. Another perspective is this is a positive one. Yeah, you will actually you can buy a product at cheaper price or maybe a high quality. Yeah, and also about the worrying, the first perspective is also about the quality of the product, because if you buy something before researching, before do the research, you also will worry whether the product is genius, the quality of product is genius or not, whether this is a genius product. How about the quality? How about the comment? How about the review? Yeah, you also will worry. And then if you get something, if the product you get is a bad one, is something you don't want, then you waste money. Maybe it's wrong size, or maybe it didn't fit your need, or maybe it is the wrong color.
Yep.
Maybe initially you want a green, you want a dark green, but they give you a light green. And then but you saw the photo, but you didn't saw the photo in the review. You didn't saw the photo taken by the buyer. So it's not the color you want, but actually the seller send you the correct model, the correct size.
Yep.
And about the size, maybe the seller send you the correct size, but because of you didn't do the research, you didn't measure. You didn't measure the okay. Let's say this is a clothes, and you didn't measure by yourself. But actually, there's a photo there. For example, the clothes is what size, and then how what is the what is the how long the how long the dress. Let's say how long the dress, or maybe something like that. And then and if you have both the clothes online, and then you can see some photo taken by the seller, and the seller will show you what's the length
Yep.
for each part of the clothes. They will show you a photo, and then you can measure by your own whether it fits your need. You can do some research. It didn't cost you a lot of time.
Right.
Yeah, so if you've done research before buying, and then you probably will save more money. Yeah, people will save more money. Maybe you buy a wrong product, it will cost you the money, and you get zero. You get zero satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can eliminate the risk. Yeah. And since we talk about the research, we also can talk about something, and it links to the last questions, which is the guideline to spend smarter. And then before answer the question, we need to define what what do we mean spend smarter? And like just now you said, you need to know you need to know your want. You need to know what you want to get.
Yeah.
But but actually there's a broader category. Yeah. Because some people don't know what they want, and then they have misunderstanding about what they want or about what they need. It's also similar to some people. Some people actually mix their needs. Mix their wants and classify their wants to as a need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people say I need this, but actually is they want it and then don't need it.
Yeah.
So this is a bit subjective to them. And also, just now you give some example, the business. If you're running a business and you want to buy, you want to buy a big brand car, but maybe if you step back, if you step back and ask a question, why the business needs an expensive car? So it could be another it could be another question. Yeah, why you need this car? A business don't need an expensive car. Yeah. Or maybe some let's say some agent, let's say like insurance agent, property agent, they need to buy a big brand shoot, and then they need to like drive a good car. They need to have a nice watch, so that they can get their customer. But is it the truth? Maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
then if
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. Okay,
Okay.
I continue. And if you ask me what's the guidelines to spend smarter, I will define the smarter means actually in terms of the happiness. So you spend wisely, no matter you pay higher price, no matter you pay lower price, no matter you pay the same price. What is the happiness? If you can quantify the happiness, what is the happiness per dollar? For example, you can spend $10 to get like 20 happiness. So the happiness per dollar is 2. But if you reduce but if you buy a lower quality of product, and then you just need to spend 5. You just need to spend $5. And then the happiness from the product you get is, let's say, 12. Yeah, so it is more than 2, right? It is 2.4. Yeah, 2.4. So it is more than you pay the 10 to get 20 happiness.
Yeah.
So this is the happiness per dollar. Yeah. So if you ask me what it means by spend smarter, I will say it's in terms of happiness. You measure happiness per dollar. The happiness per dollar is the measurement. So if I use this measurement and then what is the guideline? Yeah, what's the guideline? Okay. And then it actually can link the research before buying to my next point. My next point is try to invoke some of your times before you're buying, and then try to invoke your time in the service you enjoy, in the product you enjoy, you want to buy, or you want to experience.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of example is about having a very delicious food, okay, and you can choose two attitude. You can choose two strategy to eat the food. You can watch a YouTube video while you're taking the food. You can choose to eliminate all the electronic device and then just enjoy the food. Yeah. For example, you eat slower. You eat slower and then you just spend all your attention to enjoy the taste of the food, the textures of the food.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can have two ways to enjoy the same food, and then you pay the same price. You pay the same price, and then same quality because this is the same. But you can choose two different perspective. You can choose two different way to experience the product you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the guidelines. Try to invoke your times. So not just spend your money and get the product. And it linked to the second guidelines, which is if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to spend your money, and then you just buy back your time. This is a concept come from investing. For the company, if the company they cannot generate higher ROI or ROC or ROE, ROC or ROE. ROE means the returns of equity. Yeah, if the company cannot invest the money, cannot invest the return earning back into their business and then generate the greater ROE. Okay. And then the company should pay the dividend to their shareholder. And then their shareholder can get the money, and then they can invest in other company to get the higher returns.
Yep.
Also, another choice is actually the share buyback. Because when a company buy back the share, so the earning per share will increase. Yeah. So for example, like the Apple, Apple have a lot of cash. Yeah. And Apple don't. I'm not sure whether Apple pays dividends, but even Apple pay the dividend, it will pay some very little dividend. And Apple like to buy back their share. When they buy back their share, then they can increase the EPS, earning per share. Yeah, so it actually also means that they increase their returns of equity. Yeah, because EPS is also one of the measurement of the returns of equity. Yeah. So this is the same logic. This is the same concept, and we can have some reference. So if you don't have, if you don't know how to spend your money, you can try to buy back your time. Yeah, and my girlfriend has some suggestion, which is if you don't know how to spend your money, you can give the money to other people who know how to spend. But this is a bad choice.
But if you feel happy, you can, because of you have done some donation, then maybe it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Still positive to us.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is this is one of them, and then the second one is about the self-improvement, and then it also involves the time. You spend your money, let's say you spend your money to buy a book, to enroll a course, maybe you spend your money and then also spend your time to do some exercise. Maybe you buy some shoes, buy a pair of shoes, and then you go for runs, buy your shoes, and then you can go for runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you spend on your you spend on your physical exercise. Yeah, they also can improve your health. They also is one of the self-improvement.
Mm. Yeah.
And maybe you buy a better pillow, you buy a better bed, better mattress, and it can improve your sleeping quality. So it also could be could increase the happiness per dollar in long term. And about buy a book, about enroll the course, it is improve your knowledge, and then you gain more knowledge, and then maybe you also can use the knowledge. You can monetize the knowledge in futures. It also could increase your happiness level in long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all the thing that I want to share.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so do you have anything want to add in?
Yeah, I think no.
Okay, so that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistakes that we made, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more about ourselves. Remember to like subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.